My name is Lorenzo Palloni. I'm here for Burn Baby Burn. It's a graphic novel about racial riots in USA of 92 and 65. Well, it's a difficult question. I guess a Spider-Man comic, maybe something in 94, 93 or 94. I was 6 or 7 years old. Spider-Man with, I don't remember the title, but there was this enemy, Puma, was above him and was so scary. And when I went to a newspaper shop, I said I want to read it. I took it and it was really scary because in 80s and 90s American comics were very, very dark and grimy, and it's something that I still have. I still make comics and stories, very dark and grimy comics stories. So maybe the first comics I've ever read, it's still inside me in some ways. Well, in reality is before. I never wanted to be a cartoonist since the first class in elementary school, and in the first text I wrote, I will be a cartoonist. I'll do a school. I will be a teacher. I will be a storyteller, and it's like that. It's very hard to be a storyteller in Italy because I live in Italy, and it's very hard because there are not so many readers. The market is but it's something that I always wanted to do it, and now it's reality. And I guess there is always a need. You always need to do comics, to make comics, because it's maybe between the hearts is the hardest, because you have to write it, to draw it, to color it, to letter it. So it's you have to be very urgent about it. Because it was something that was too big to do with with a partner. Well, I write for work, but I also draw for work. But Burn Baby Burn, it was something so personal, because it's the story about a relationship, how life crashes. Because the story is a story about 12 people in two timelines that intersecate that. But it's also a story about father and sons. So I took my personal relationship with my father, and my father is dead since 2016. And I took all the emotional heaviness, burden inside Burn Baby Burn, and I chose to do it because it was something that I had to do all by myself. I wanted it to be something all mine, and it was too heavy because it's 230 pages with maybe 15-20 cases per pagina. So it was too much to offer to someone else. So it was a fun and very hard work, because I needed 13 years to write it, since 2009. 13 years, and I was helped by some UCLA professors. I read maybe 30 books about the racial system in America, about how cops are militarized. And we're having this conversation in a very particular moment, because this morning 5 cops in Memphis beaten by dead a black guy. But the strange thing is that these 5 cops are black. So racial problems in America are something so urgent that affects all the world. How world sees the police, the relationship with power, and now we are in a system that is falling apart in some parts. Hope in the system is falling apart. And first of all, the hope in something like police. There's a military stuff, and in America is it's very strange. They see violence in a very strange way, and I wanted to tell it. No, because I'm 35 now, so The first book I published in France was in 2013, 14. So a lot of 10 years ago. Shit, I'm so old. And then I lived in Angoulême. I lived in Angoulême in 2016 and at the Maison des Auteurs. And I come to Angoulême FIBD since 2009 every year because it's something so beautiful. It's maybe the most important festival of the world, and it's so warm and makes you cartoonists feel at home. You go out, you go away from Angoulême with a lot of energy, and you want to do more comics, and that's magical. Well, I wanted to meet Tom Gold, and I didn't met him, but I saw him making dedicas, and it was very strange because I saw and I read his strips and comics since 10 years maybe. I never see him in face, and I see now, and he's very American, and he's very good. It seems very good guy. So I hope to see him tonight at the party, Tom Gold, and shake his hand. Good job.